This is Kyle Juszczyk, and you're listening to Nothing But Niners.
This is Charles Haley. You're listening to Nothing But Niners.
So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hurst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, sweeps to his right, gets to the 20. He's at the 30. Needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline. Breaks the third tackle. Comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hurst.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
From the Ravens' 27-yard line. 49ers into the backfield. Smith on third down. He'll take it himself for first down and more. Alex Smith is in. Touchdown.
His left hip. Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking, got it, post, and it's good! Touchdown! Touchdown, 49! But it's second down. Ryan takes the snap, goes to slant to the left side. It's Russell, intercepted! The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman is rejected! Navarro Bowman running it all the way for a touchdown! No greater rejection!
Kaepernick keeps it. Hold everybody. Colin Kaepernick. What a game. Touchdown.
Yeah. Click, click, boom. What's going on, faithfuls? The Nothing But Niners crew is back, and we're here to bring you guys another fun-filled episode, Chicken or the Egg. I'm your guy, 49ers Mike _NFL. To my right is my guy, Breezy. He is Wayne Breezy. All right, man. Let me see the lid. Let me see what we're working with today. You always got some fly shit. Is this gray and red?
Yeah.
Let me see the side. Is it like a white back there? Oh my God! Look at this guy, man. Breezy stay fresh to death, man. That's what I'm talking about, bro. How you feeling over there, my man?
I'm doing good, bro. What's going on?
Living the dream and dreaming to live. You know, another day in paradise. Nothing to complain about. Nothing major, anyway. I should say.
That's good.
You know, but
I see you overcoming that little head cold.
Slowly but surely, man. One step at a time. You know, but I'm trying, man. I can't let it keep me down. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Now, are you watching this divisional game?
I'm watching it, yo. I need some points, man. I need some Russell Wilson's 4 touchdowns. Who do you want to win? I know obviously none of them, but who do you want to win?
Whichever. They both have the same. No, Seahawks are 2-2. Rams are 3-1.
Yeah.
So I want the Seahawks to win.
Gotcha.
I need them to come down closer to us, because that way, if we handle business on Sunday, and then everybody's 3-2, except for the Cardinals.
Except for the Cardinals, they'll be 4-1.
Right, but that'll leave us just one game behind them, though.
Yeah.
And you know we got the tiebreak. So
if we lose this game, we'll be 3 games in the hole.
Yeah. We're not gonna talk about the whole just yet, but guys, we got to go through the formalities really quick. Hit that like and subscribe button if this is your first time here on the YouTube page. We really hope you guys enjoy what you guys are seeing. If you do, turn on those notifications as well. Subscribe. We also have our social media platforms. We have Twitter and Snapchat. Those handles are Nothing But 9, the number 9 ERS. All right. We also have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitch. That is Nothing But Niners. You can spell it all the way out, and it will pop up. And then for the people who have not joined yet, don't be the last ones over there. Head on over to Patreon, okay? Patreon.com/NB9ERS. Again, that is Patreon.com/NB9ers, all right? I already told you guys who we are. And we here to talk, man. We got to have some fun. But we always start with the latest news, notes, and nuggets concerning your favorite team, the 49ers. Bree, this is the first time in a while there hasn't been any roster moves since the last show we've done.
Yeah, man. Niners are getting people back. You know, they're getting some guys back that are healthy. They actually let go a couple of guys, right? They let go a couple of running backs and stuff to Any surprise that they kept Jaquez Patrick? You think he's going to be pushed down to the practice squad?
Well, they held on to him, and I was a little surprised by that. I'm not going to lie. Let me see here. I have I think is this one here. This is what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah,
the
man.
contracts of Kerryon Johnson, linebacker Curtis Bolton, and running back Chris Thompson. But they held on to Jaquez, man. I don't know. Maybe Shanahan was impressed with that pass. You know, I don't know. Maybe that was something that he liked. And they showed you here. They signed kicker Joey Sly and put
That's
Robbie
a big
Gold
fella, bro.
on IR. Yeah, man. A couple of other moves that were there. Linebacker Terrell Adams, tight end Jordan Matthews back, wide receiver Connor Weddington. Those were the additions. So, you know, Jaquez Patrick, that's what you were talking about there. My man held on to his job, Wayne. I mean, what does that say for the young man?
I don't know, because, all right, you got to look at it like this. The Niners are looking to get Elijah Mitchell back. Trey Sermon seems like he's going to be holding it down. And I still think they're going to somehow rock with Trenton Cannon. So I think those are still going to be the three backs on the roster for this week, like, you know, weekly. I think they only go with three backs, but for Jaquez, I mean, this is good, man. He went from no team to making the roster to getting on the game. He had a couple of big carries. He had a big pass that Jimmy almost didn't catch. and now I think he's going to get reverted back to the practice squad. I think that's why they let go of Kerryon Johnson and Chris Thompson.
Right. So we'll see how it all shakes out, because some good news. The practice report came out today, and Elijah Mitchell was out there in limited reps. I probably should have had that graphic in here, and I didn't upload it. But Mitchell was back out there at practice.
Yep.
We got to hear from the veteran tackle, and he said that he's good to go. He actually
Trent, good to go, y'all.
Yeah, that's big. Oh, I didn't even say his name. That's right, Trent Williams.
That's how I know you can't stand him, bro.
That's not true.
Bro, every time we mention Trent or something, you throw some type of low key shade.
I said the veteran. I was giving him his props.
You give everybody else, you call them by their name.
It was a momentarily brain fart. It was like a lapse in my gut.
Okay.
You know, so, but you know, it's good to see. If you listen to his presser, my man even said, like, I wanted to go back out there. Like, I wanted to get back out there. So he's all right, man. And then they also answered the question as to why he had to go off on the cart. He was like, man, I just didn't think I was going to make it. I might have cramped up heading over there. So, you know, it's just a safety precaution thing, you know, and I like that. I like that. You know, it takes away all the doubt that we had. He was limited, but he was at practice today. You know what? Let me see what other news there was from the 49ers.
Did Matthew Stafford just throw an interception in the end zone?
On my thing is 2nd and goal. Yo, let me tell you about how bright their uniforms are. And I know Seattle does this, but it always catches me off guard, bro. When I pulled it up on my tablet, he drops back, 2nd down, he scrambles, he breaks out to his right, he's running, he's pointing, he throws.
See, this is the Matthew Stafford.
Oh my God. Oh, that was terrible.
That's the one we know.
Yeah. Like, bro, it was 2nd and goal. Just throw it away. It wasn't that wasn't 4th down, it wasn't 3rd down. Throw it away. Like, why would he do that? What?
That's why I have no problem. I have no problems with Trey Lance starting at quarterback, because he don't do stuff like that.
I would have had that sound. See, I'm gonna go ahead and get my soundboard back over here, because I would have played that. What you was doing, Terry? Back up, Terry. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about. What you was doing, Terry? So did not participate today in practice. Samson Ekobom, hamstring. Jimmy Garoppolo, calf. DJ Jones, knee. George Kittle, calf. K'Wan Williams, calf.
It's weird that they keep saying K'Wan Williams injury, but I thought he was on the IR.
Bro, I don't know. Is he officially on the IR?
I thought they put him on the IR. They never put him on the IR. They couldn't have put him on the IR if they keep saying calf. They keep saying his injury.
That's what I thought. Let me see. Let me pull it up here. Let me go to 49ers.com. And
yo, these cats look like human highlighters, bro.
Oh, that's what I was telling you. So I log in on my tablet, because, you know, I keep it close here so I can watch the game while we're doing the shows. And So I kept trying to figure out why my brightness was so low, and I'm turning the brightness up so I could see better. I think it was dimming because of how bright their uniforms are. I think it was on like an auto mode. That joint had the darkness all the way down. I don't know what the heck they was doing. That was great. All right, so the IR list is Sean Coleman. He's still here. Kevin Givens.
I thought they cut him.
He's listed as on IR.
I swear that list ain't updated, bro.
No, well, listen, Robbie Gold is on here.
Oh.
It says Sean Coleman, Kevin Givens, Robbie Gold, Dre Greenlaw, Devontae Harris, Jermichael Hasty, Jalen Hurd, Richie James, Raheem Mostert.
I thought they let go of Richie James too, remember?
They let him go to IR, I guess. Richie James, Raheem Mostert, Justin School, and Jason Verrett.
Okay.
And then on the reserve,
I thought was out for the season. Why he on the IR?
I guess it's long-term IR. They didn't cut him.
Okay.
And then they have the physically unable to perform in the reserve to Tavarius Moore and Jeff Wilson Jr. On the suspension list, they have Jordan Willis. Practice squad players are Terrell Adams.
He'll be back. Remember, he'll be back after the bye week. So week 7 should be his first game.
We hope.
Well, he'll be back. He'll be eligible.
Right.
You know, we hope Jeff Wilson Jr. will be back after the bye week because he's coming off of an injury. But Willis isn't coming off an injury. He's coming off of drugs.
Yeah, K'Wan Williams is still on the team site as an active guy. Oh, my God. And the Rams just picked it right back.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to win this game. That's okay. Come on, Seattle. I can't believe I just said that out loud.
But the good news is, man, these injuries are kind of like dingy ding dings.
Yeah.
And so I expect to see George Kittle out there, even though he took the brunt, the worst looking hit I've ever seen and got up. I don't even know how he did that pirouette thing.
I'm telling y'all, it's the Pilates, bro.
Yeah.
Pilates. It's that flexibility that's out there. It's helping these young men. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
it's a good thing. It's a very, very good thing. But yeah, man, they got Shark on the active roster, it says here. So maybe we thought he was going to go to IR and they didn't do it. But here's back to the Niners and today's news. The team did not list Trent Williams on the injury report at all today.
Oh, I didn't even peep that, bro.
Yeah, so I guess he was a full participant today. So that's really, really good.
I thought they said he was limited at practice.
No, the limited list is as follows: Javon Kinlaw, Elijah Mitchell, and Josh Norman.
Oh, that's why he said he playing Sunday.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So let me see here. You guys see the different one.
So let's talk about that real quick, man. Let's talk about Trent Williams. So Trent Williams and Trey Lance, man. If Trey gets the start, I mean, whichever quarterback gets the start is going to benefit from this. Who do you think benefits the most, Jimmy Garoppolo or Trey Lance?
Well, it depends on what you call benefit. And I'm not trying to semantics you on this one. I'm really trying to figure out, like, Trey would benefit more from having that veteran left tackle for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy's the veteran quarterback. So, I mean, if you want one of those to play with the reserve tackle, it's going to be Jimmy because he's going to know how to navigate a little bit better in those situations. So I like that. I definitely like that my man is out there for us this week. I really, really like that. So go Niners. Let's keep that momentum. All right. Positive news to start the week. Can't hurt, right?
Can't.
I like it. So oh snap. I have not been looking at the
I'm looking
at all. Okay. So if I missed anything, guys, I'm sorry.
I got you.
All right, cool. So we good there. So I mean, that was that. Some pressers have happened. We're gonna break a couple of pressers down in the bonus content and Patreon and the way that I watch pressers, the way that I turn my face up and make the screw faces. But there was some interesting stuff that I heard today, some stuff that I never even thought about. And one of them actually came from I was not annoyed, but his presser was a little extra. Mike McDaniels is doing some extra stuff in the pressers, just like the antics, and he's putting on a show for the people at the pressers, right? But he did say something that I never once thought about. Not one time did I ever think about this, and it concerns Trey Lance, right?
Okay.
My man said that Trey Lance did a lot of winning in his college days, and so it's really new and important for him to get the valuable reps doing the 2-minute drills. Why did I never think of that? When you blowing teams out the way that he did in college, and in high school,
but I told you that. I mentioned that before on the show.
Well, but it kind of went over my head. So maybe I was like zoned out a little bit. I know we've talked about the importance of it. And see, in my head, it was 2-minute drill to hurry up and get the points.
Nah. Remember I said, Mike, yo, this kid was blowing teams out like his whole college career. It was short. So he never ever really got a chance to do 2 minutes, 4-minute drills. And so
especially ones of importance.
Especially the ones of importance. So in training camp, remember, they had him in on those drills a lot. Therefore, when he gets down into the red zone at the goal line, they're treating it, as a certain thing, depending on the time, if they're running a drill or not. And he's trying to work and capitalize off of those. And so I will say this. I think both Jimmy and Trey actually do well in the drills. I think that's something that they've both upgraded in this season. Even Jimmy Garoppolo's upgraded in the 2-minute drill. Remember when we had to come back down and score at the end of a quarter or something or the half, and he was able to get it done? And then it gave the team a spark, and next thing you know, we win the game. Was that the Eagles game?
That was the Eagles game, man. Yes, sir. 1 touchdown in the half. Remember, that's why people are so upset now. Is that the team for 3 consecutive games? Have only scored once in the half, and people are saying, "What's up with Kyle? What's up with Kyle?" So Peachy team going to be loaded.
What's good, Peachy?
Yeah, that's my girl right there. We should have had her in today. We should have had Peachy in here today. She's has Peachy ever been? Has she done a show with us?
No, I remember before PG ever got started, I was trying to get her on another Banana show. She was like, "I'm scared." I bet she'll do it now.
She was gun shy, and now
super shy.
And now she's the
talking to the world.
Nah, I don't know.
The world, Craig.
She was going crazy on the not the last show y'all did, but the one before. I don't know if we should get that Peachy on here. We'll lose all that Peachy was going ham out there, but yeah. And I appreciated it, man. I was locked in, bro. I just wanted to sit back and watch. My girl was going crazy on them. I was like, get them. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so, she was definitely doing her thing.
But yeah, so he was talking about the importance of these 2-minute drills and the experience for him. And it just like, I don't know, it was like an epiphany. Like it just hit me different.
It finally hit you. I got you.
I was like, damn.
I gotta start talking more boring like McDaniel. So then you'll get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I promise I said that.
No. I believe you. That's what I'm saying. But like in my mind, it was just to hurry up and score. It wasn't that your team could be down or you really need to execute this drive. Like it was just like, I mean, the kid scores. Like I wasn't thinking about it that way. Like he's a scoring machine. That's what he does. So it never crossed my mind that he needed to get out there and do those things. So, I liked it, man. Like I said, we're gonna break down some of the other pressers on for the bonus content. In a way that we've never done before on this show. So that's going to be over at the Patreon. So if you guys aren't there, make sure you guys go and check it out. Patreon.com/NB9ERS. So listen, man, this isn't going to be a really, really long show, but it's going to be a fun show because I know what happens when you and I just start talking. When we start shooting the shit, it's going to be.
Let's keep it strict to the script, bro.
Yeah.
So because I got gas right now anyway, bro. So this show might go left like real quick. I don't even know why. Didn't eat anything. No milk. No nothing.
Into your inner Tom Sula, huh?
I knew you would draw correlation to the 49ers.
I got to. That's what I'm here for, And that's why I said that when there's multiple people on here, I'm worrying about the tie-in. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I do. But yeah, so all right. The chicken or the egg. This is what the topic of today is. I was listening to a bunch of different podcasts, and I'm hearing people still defend Jimmy Garoppolo, and I expect that. But I heard a different twist on the Believe In podcast with Eric Davis.
Okay.
The twist was that it's not Jimmy that can't throw outside the numbers and down the field and accurately. it's Kyle just simply not dialing up those plays. He said, Eric Davis said that Jimmy Garoppolo led the league in efficiency down the field. It's not his fault that Kyle doesn't dial it up more. And I sat back and I said, now this is new. This is new. He was blaming the first half of the team not scoring on Kyle. He was saying that it wasn't Jimmy. It's that Kyle isn't being aggressive enough and things like that. Like Kyle's not calling the plays to spread the ball out. What are your thoughts on that? Your face is what my face was when I was hearing it. Ah, man. If you could talk for about a solid 40 seconds, I will find what he said and play it on here so that way we can hear exactly what he said, because I made that face too, and I don't want to take anything he said out of context. So I want to make sure I get it right here. So if you just give me your initial reaction to what I said he said.
It's hard to, like, I love my bros, right? But they're definitely team Jimmy, bro. Like, they've been supporting Jimmy. They're just team Jimmy. Like, Jimmy didn't lose the Super Bowl. The defense did. Jimmy this, Jimmy that, Jimmy. Can't you see? Like, they're team Jimmy. So I don't expect anything less. Now, according to E and Rashawn, if they're both in agreement on this, I agree with Kyle not being aggressive enough. Now, everybody's going to agree with Kyle being conservative, right? We can all agree. We can touch and agree that Kyle is a conservative guy. Mike?
And that's where I get a little confused. Is Kyle conservative because his quarterback can't handle the aggressive play calling?
That's what I'm alluding to.
And that's where we get to the chicken or the egg conversation.
Okie dokie.
Is it conservative because of Jimmy, or is it Jimmy because of Kyle?
See,
that's where we are.
I wish I could ask Eric if is it possible that defenses get better against quarterbacks, and is it possible that quarterbacks get worse against defenses?
Is it possible? Wait, say that again.
So, is it possible that defenses can get better at defending quarterbacks?
Absolutely.
And is it possible that quarterbacks can get worse against certain defenses?
Well, that's the same thing. But so yes.
So that's my point. Like, and so Jimmy doesn't look like he's getting better. If he can't make simple throws, Kyle's not going to trust him to make the conservative those aggressive throws.
Yes, or the aggressive ones, right? That's the way my mind was talking. But the way he explained this really made me like, I don't let people make up my mind for me. However, when I hear something, I try to make it a point to think of it from a non-bias, like my opinion isn't the only possible answer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I try to step back and say, maybe he's on to something. Maybe I need to go back and watch and think about it from that perspective. Because there's a difference between calling plays to win a game and calling plays to not lose a game.
Right.
So I got it queued up here. I found the exact spot. And when you finish your thoughts, and then we'll go into what he
let me hear what he said and how he said it.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna turn my volume up high so that way we get it all here. And if I'm too loud, let me know. All right, just like do one of these to turn it down, or if it's okay, give me a thumbs up.
Jimmy is the reason that they lost because he squandered that dominant performance by the defense. Okay. So I was getting all these tweets and they were like, this guy can't do anything and he can't do anything. And then especially when Debo got the touchdown on the blown coverage and they were like, he comes right in and threw an 80-yard touchdown. And I'm like, guys, you do realize that there's not a quarterback on planet Earth that wouldn't have thrown the ball to a wide deep. It's not like it was like the perfect pass. Debo had to literally stop and wait for the ball. Why? Because no quarterback would have missed a wide open guy in a blown coverage. Of course. You know you're running a wheel route. You're going to check to see if they blew it. That's it. That's all you're doing. You're testing someone's rules, and they blew it.
They blew it.
He was 15 yards butt naked.
Now, just so we're clear, he's saying Jimmy could have done that because any quarterback would have done that. So far, I agree. If the quarterback saw that guy wide open, any quarterback's going to make that throw. You agree so far? Nick Mullins, CJ Beathard, if they saw a guy that wide open, they're going to make that throw, and it's going to be a touchdown.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think the quarterback should make that. I think quarterbacks are supposed to check that wheel route.
Yes.
But not every quarterback is looking to check that route.
I think so. This is what made me really not just snap back at, like, mentally at what he was saying, because why didn't I believe that if Jimmy was in there, Jimmy would have made that same throw.
See, I don't because I don't think Jimmy would have been looking for that route. I believe that quarterbacks should be checking that route. That's one of the routes in the tree. That's one of them. I just feel like Jimmy wouldn't have been looking at that read. And this is not a knock against Jimmy, because we've seen him miss wide open routes. Like, guys that are wide open, he doesn't tend to throw to them because he's looking for one read. Now, if that's his read, I believe that Jimmy can make that throw. Is that fair to say? Like, I believe he can make that throw. Any quarterback can make that throw. You don't overthrow the ball. You make sure you get the ball to the receiver by any means necessary. So we don't got to sit there and say,
stride.
Yeah, you don't got to sit there and say, oh, the ball was underthrown. No, the ball was thrown to the receiver to where he can get it, and then it's up to him to get that ball and make the play. Right? So I felt like that was a shot at Trey Lance because he's a Jimmy guy.
Well, he did go back and defend it later. He did say that people were telling him that Trey Lance underthrew that pass. He said, no, Trey did exactly what he was supposed to do. Get the ball there so he can still score.
Okay.
He said, you don't want to overthrow it. You don't want to try to put it in a spot where it can't, be caught and bring him back towards defenders or anything like that. He said Trey did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. So he did give Trey his credit on that. He did. Okay. He did. So let me let it finish playing. Okay.
Okay.
Guys, that right there is not some great quarterback play. Anybody would have done that. Mullins would have got a touchdown on that one. All the guys playing last year would have been a touchdown on a blown coverage like that. So that's not the thing. But back to Jimmy not squandering that lead, and everyone's talking about why does he keep throwing the ball inside and he can't throw it outside, and they're stacking the defense. And I'm getting all these tweets. They're stacking the defense, and he can only throw the ball inside. They need to do something else with it. I know they're stacking the defense inside the numbers. You know, right, Rajon, that they're stacking the defense inside the numbers, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The guy tweeting me knew that they were stacking the guys inside the numbers. Don't you think Jimmy knows it too? That they're stacking everyone inside?
You would think, right? Yeah.
You would think he knows it too, but see, they don't think Jimmy knows that he can see it. Why is he throwing the ball inside? Because those are the damn plays that Kyle is designing and he's running.
Okay.
So that's what I was saying. So someone was telling me, well, Trey's going to come in and do all of these great things, and he's going to throw the ball outside and all this stuff. Not if Kyle doesn't change his thinking. Not if he doesn't change his philosophy.
Okay.
His offense is designed to throw the ball inside the numbers.
All right, you can stop.
It's direction and everybody moving and everything he does. You still throw the ball inside the numbers. That's
you can stop, bro, because he's on to something. We know Kyle is stubborn. We know Kyle wants to throw the ball inside. We know that's part of his scheme. He wants his receivers crossing routes on one-on-ones in those zones, whether they're man covered or they're in zone, right? And then boom, if the quarterback gets the ball to the spot that pass catcher's catching the ball in stride and they're getting yak, right? That's the scheme, right? That's what Kyle Shanahan runs. I feel like I'm learning. I've learned a little bit being on Nothing But Niners. You know what I'm saying? That's the scheme. I do agree with him. But why was when Trey Lance came in the game, he was able to throw the ball outside the numbers? So you're saying that he only trusts Jimmy to throw inside? Or he's only scheming up plays to throw for Jimmy to throw inside? Because maybe that's all Jimmy can do. Maybe he can't get. We've watched Jimmy throw the ball to the outside. Those balls are high. One almost got killed. One almost like they're just not. It's just not his forte. So Kyle schemes it back to the middle when they stack the box, and then boom, it's incomplete, interception, sack. Like those are your options, or turnover. Like those are the options.
Yeah. So that's what we're going to discuss. We're going to discuss, is it the scheme or is it ability or is it a combination of both? Maybe. Sugar Shane, thanks for the contribution here. He says, sadly, we can't score consistently because of speed. With Mostert and Wilson out, we lack speed. When Jimmy and Mostert are healthy, we score and we win and win big. Look at the numbers. And this is something that could possibly be true, but we also have to realize that Raheem Mostert's speed is one of one. That cannot be the only reason you win games, because that speed is not a guarantee. Nobody else is as fast as Raheem Mostert. So we can't say that the only way Kyle can be successful is with Raheem Mostert in that speed and that one-of-a-kind speed. You get what I'm saying?
I do. But I think what Sugar Shane is trying to say is not having that speed changes
with Jimmy. I think that's the important part in what he's saying.
Well, he said he started off with Mostert and Wilson. So let me say, because I don't think Wilson is a speed guy. You can call me crazy, but he's not a speed guy. But Mostert is a speed guy. And I think the
fastest back we've had the last couple of years in order, in my opinion, from what I see with my eyes, are Mostert, Breida, Hasty, Wilson.
Okay, so I don't have Wilson as a speed guy. I do have him hitting the hole hard, and if you miss, he's good.
He explodes out of it. Yeah, he's going.
It's that slow acceleration, but then the speed picks up, it builds up. Right. When we're talking about speed, we talk about getting from 0 to 100 real quick. Lamborghini speed, whereas this is a muscle car speed. But what I'm trying to say is, I think what he's trying to say is without having Mostert, it changes up the way the offense flows. Because teams aren't worried about getting beat by one guy making the cut, getting to the outside, and taking it to the house.
Absolutely.
So guess what they get to do on defense? Play honest.
That box.
Stack the box.
Honest. Yeah.
And so then Jimmy, when he comes in, instead of checking the play at the line of scrimmage to a stick out or something, he's throwing it in, but they're already there in front of him. This is why I agree with Eric. But I don't know if that's the Kyle play. I think that's Jimmy's ability. I don't think he has the ability to throw outside the sticks accurately. Has he done it before? Yes. Is he successful when he does it? No. Now, he also mentioned Jimmy throwing down the field. That's down the middle of the field. Jimmy is a play-action guy. Now, I think Kyle Shanahan screws Jimmy up because I don't understand why you don't let Jimmy bootleg to the left or to the right. He ain't got to be fast to bootleg, dog. He fakes that handoff. He turns around, hits his back to one side, let them foul, and then turn that ball. All he needs is one guy. That's where he's successful. If you let Jimmy do a couple of those and he ain't got no calf strains, he's going to be just fine. But he can't have calf strains. Excuse me, calf contusions. And that's my issue with Jimmy, bro. Like it's these injuries, and that's why Kyle Shanahan drafted the quarterback, not just because of the injuries, but because of injuries and ability. How do you leave the game with a calf strain? They call it a calf contusion. You thinking you're out for 3 to 6 weeks. Next thing you know, never mind. We're not on there.
Well, the only other thing I will say is that the offensive coordinator, Mike McDaniel, said, and I quote, "Jimmy's one of the toughest players I've ever been around." So, I mean,
we're talking about the same Jimmy Garoppolo.
I don't want to bash him.
That was cleared to play with nothing on the line, obviously, but was cleared to play. His boy, his best friend, came back with the one he got injured, played the last few games of the season, and Jimmy sat out, and it was cool.
Well,
he gave up on his team then.
He helped the team. He was doing scout team reps, they said.
Okay.
I'm just saying. he didn't just go home and do nothing. He was helping the team on the scout team, they said.
You know what it is, Mike? We've seen quarterbacks, and I'm not even going 20 years ago when they were really tough in Ironman. But we've seen quarterbacks play with dislocated shoulders,
fingers,
like, and I'm talking quarterbacks, not other positions.
Right.
ACLs blown out. They ain't got to run. Calf confused, bro. T-Man, the contribution is real, bro. The confusion was so confusing. They tripped him up at the presser. He didn't even know what it was.
Yep.
Like, you can't even say.
Nah, because I said we're gonna I'm gonna discuss this later on, so I don't want to.
Oh, you gotta let me know. You gotta.
No. It's cool. No, you get your thoughts out. It's fine. I'm not gonna say anything about it.
Yep.
When I do this breakdown,
I'm sorry for me personally, man. Put the guy out there that's not worried about a bruise at this point. Now, if you can't physically, and then he didn't even know what happened, and then how did he know somebody need him in the back of the knee? How you get kneed in the calf?
No, he got stepped on.
Nah, he said it was kneed on.
Yeah, I know now.
Okay, Mike. Scheme or ability, bro? Chicken or the egg? Which one is it?
Andrew Burt. I didn't see. I meant to put something. Yeah, if you type it in now, Andrew, I'll click it. Thanks for the contribution. But go ahead and type it up now, and I'll click it. If I don't see it, Breezy will see it. So let me just make sure Eric got all his thoughts out. I'm just gonna hit play real quick just to see if he finishes his thoughts, because I don't want to put words in his mouth before we start dissecting this. Okay.
His offense, and so the thought with that being his offense, well, that's because Jimmy is limited. That's because this is what he has to do. Well, I mean, if he's limited so much that he can't just throw a quick out every now and then. He can't throw a 10-yard out. I know he can. Then it's what Jimmy's not accurate. Jimmy's not accurate down the field, and he can't do all of this. That's not true either. He was he needs to stay on the field, but his last full year as a starter, his only full year as a starter, he was actually the most efficient down the field thrower in the NFL. That's what a Patrick Mahomes and a Tom Brady and everybody else. The issue is that Kyle doesn't throw the ball down the field a lot. His offense, he's not throwing the ball outside of the numbers. Be it design, be it desire, I don't know what it is, but everything is not on Jimmy.
All right. So it's not all Jimmy.
It's not all Jimmy, because at the end of the day, Kyle Shanahan is the play caller. But Jimmy has to go out there and execute. So if I'm the coach and I tell you to do A, B, C, and D, then you got to do A, B, C, and D and execute. And his execution lacks. And so that's part of his ability. Here's
where I think the issue is. One, we haven't been able to see the all 22. There's ways to get it, but I'm not doing that. I paid for this NFL thing. It's not up there for some reason right now, and I'm a little annoyed by that, but that's another story for another time. What I do know is this. You said you have to do A, B, C, and D. And 90% of the time on a play, you have those same amount of options, A, B, C, and D.
Good point. Good catch.
If Jimmy is only taking
A
and D is way down the field, how can we sit here and say it's the scheme, or you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm alluding to, bro.
Right.
But like you said, we can't prove it. And can we please move on from 2019? Because it's not 2019 anymore. It's 2021. I started off the show asking you the question. Is it possible that defenses get better against quarterbacks? Isn't that what defensive coordinators get paid to do?
Yes, sir.
Isn't that why they draft certain players to defend certain pieces, to take away options from that quarterback?
And that's why you play the game. You don't just go in there and call the same exact plays. If we beat Seattle, I think they said something like 4 times out of 17 since Kyle's been here or something like that.
Bro, did you see? I told you we ain't one. I told you if you ever let me pick us to beat Seattle ever again, me and you fighting, bro.
No,
we have not beaten Seattle since like 2010 or something like that.
It was 2019. I know you don't want to talk about that year, but I'm just saying, like, it's the point of what I was saying was that you beat them once, you don't go out there with that same exact game plan because they adjust. And that goes to your point is that they change. They come in here and they give you something different.
And see, this is why part of me wants to agree with Eric, because Kyle doesn't seem to adjust well. And so if you do notice that your QB doesn't have the ability to do certain things, aren't you the one that has to make the adjustment? Why don't you call something a little different? Because Kyle sees it all, right? I don't know if he knows it all, but he has to see it all. So even watching the film on Trey Lance in this game, Kyle was calling certain plays against like cover 2, and Trey couldn't get it. And then finally, he figured out a way to beat it. And then Trey get it. And Trey got it. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But that's what the coaches get paid to do. That's not the player. Like, the coaches have to scheme, but then the players have to go out there and execute. Now, sometimes the defense is going to win against the offense, and then sometimes the offense is going to win against the defense. But it's up to the coaches to figure out how to maximize on the wins for his offense if he wants his offense to win. And I feel like sometimes, and I'm defending Jimmy in this sense, I think Kyle holds him back a little bit. Even Jimmy Garoppolo.
And I think that's what Eric was alluding to. And so let me read Andrew Burt's missed contribution here. He says it's ability that limits Kyle's scheme, because Brian Hoyer was here and Kyle dialed up deep plays and outside throws. But when Jimmy is in, he schemed Jimmy to Jimmy's skill set. So I like that. I like that a lot. And there you go. Thank you. 49er Jeff with another contribution here. He says it's not all Jimmy, but he's done
as a starter. I'd rather Trey experience and inexperience moving forward. Like he's but he has the number 1 position after the coach. He's done as a starter. I get what he's saying.
But here's the thing though. This is what I think
open, yo.
This is what I think needs to happen. I'll be honest with you, Wayne. People are gonna hate I'm about to say. Well, maybe they won't. Kyle has to go out there and call a game plan that is all over the field with Jimmy in there for people to see whether or not Jimmy is limited.
Yeah.
Because with this narrative that's going to go around now, and it's going to go around.
He can't make outside throws. He can only make inside throws. Well, they stack in the box. Yeah, no. I think that's dope, but Kyle ain't doing that.
I understand that he's not going to do it, but then people are going to. So here's what's going to happen. If Kyle doesn't do it, okay, Trey Lance goes in there and he doesn't win right away straight out the gate, they're going to say, well, then you should have kept Jimmy in there because Jimmy's better. Jimmy can do X, Y, and Z.
I don't think so. I think at this point, I think people are upset with Jimmy because they don't feel like he's a warrior. So I think right off the bat, Jimmy's losing his fan base. Like losing that majority of the 49er fan base. Not his stands, but like the football fans of the 49ers.
The general 49er fan.
Yeah, he's losing them. And and if you ask me how I know, just check my Twitter feed, bro. It's ridiculous. And I get it. I get it because he's not out there like, I mean, the 49ers have seen some warriors. At this point, I'll take Elvis Gerback over Jimmy Garoppolo, bro. Like he was tough. Like, don't tell me Jimmy's tough when you get a knee on and the calf muscle. Now, if you would have strained your muscle, which is what he initially thought he did, okay. But when that video came out by Dr. Child, he broke it down and looked at it and said, "Hey man, this looks like a bruise." I went back and watched it. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy's gonna be all right. That's when you realize, Jimmy, did you just quit on your team? And so this is what makes me upset with what Eric was saying, because Jimmy looked all right. Jimmy was fine, and then all of a sudden he wasn't. Was that due to the injury to the knee? Because if so, why did he choose to keep playing? If he knew he was hurting and he couldn't step into his throws. So now fans are holding Jimmy accountable because he put his team and his teammates in a bad situation. And so because of that, I think Jimmy is also losing the fans. And so I think Trey Lance could come in here and absolutely bomb this game. And cats will be like, he's a rookie. We got to get him. He got to get his feet wet. He's got to learn that at some point. Might as well do it now. Bump the Super Bowl. Let's go ahead and get this guy his reps. And let's let him learn this system as he goes. And then next season, we add another piece. And then boom, bada bang. Even though we don't got no first round picks.
I think you're asking people to be a lot more reasonable than what they really are. But we'll see. We will see. Now, the other thing is that, SF Dre 49ers, thanks for the contribution. He says, would Jimmy play better with New England concepts like 2017? I don't know. We not England. It's Mike McDaniels. It's not Josh Daniels. So this Kyle Shanahan. We can't.
But you got to think about, he's asking you to put yourself in that situation, like in that camp, and would he play better with the screen game? He can't throw screens with us.
It's not just screens either. They use 2 tight ends as pass catchers, and tight ends don't usually go downfield often. They're close to the line of scrimmage, so it's safer. I don't want to bash this guy. I'm not trying to bash him.
But that's not bashing Jimmy. He's just asking, would Jimmy fit better in that type of system? Because they're not throwing it down the field.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's all he's asking.
Were the occasional throws, not the heavy hitters in the offensive system.
Exactly.
Yeah, he would. Yes, he would. Final answer. All right. How do I can't even see it to take it off. Where's this comment at?
Who cares? Just go to that one and then boom.
All right, there we go. So scheme or ability, man. So are we chalking it up to both? Because you kind of went both ways, man. How are you feeling on this?
It's dude, every week I talk about Kyle and every week I talk about Jimmy. So I have to be somewhat like 40 Kyle, 60 Jimmy. I don't feel like Jimmy has the ability to play quarterback in this offense. He lost me not due to injury. Like he just lost me last season. I'm gonna keep it above. He actually started losing me at the end of 2019 when we saw this like immaculate, tough Jimmy Garoppolo, one that stayed in that pocket, took the hit on the chin, got back up, beat the New Orleans Saints, beat the Arizona Cardinals. Like we saw a tougher Jimmy. But these injuries, man, I think they're going to his head, man. I just don't know if he's still that same guy. And so we watched the ball get stripped out of his hands because he would make a bonehead play, and Kyle wasn't trying to lose the divisional round, the NFC Championship, and then Kyle put the ball in his hands in that Super Bowl. The first half. And if it wasn't for that,
and the fourth quarter, he
put in the fourth quarter, but Jimmy couldn't get the ball over the lineman.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And people, never mind. So, nope, not going to get me. What was I going to say now? So, I'm gonna go with ability first, because your player's ability are going to dictate the type of scheme you can run.
I agree.
It's that simple. It's that simple. I can't expect Kyle Shanahan. Click that one. I can't expect Kyle Shanahan to call up plays that are 40-yard passes down the field if he had a guy like Chad Pennington under center. I don't know if you remember Chad Pennington
from the New York Jets. I remember Chad.
A deep pass for him was 15 yards.
Yes.
So your ability, your roster is going to dictate your scheme, and a good offensive coordinator is going to adjust and adapt his scheme to his players.
It has to be ability, because he's able to do different things with Matt Ryan. He was able to do different things with these different type of quarterbacks. Matt Ryan could get the ball down the field.
Right.
Jimmy Garoppolo, that's not his strength.
Right. T-Man, thanks for the contribution. He says, is Kyle regressing? We've seen him easily make adjustments in 2019 with Jimmy under center. What's the difference? What's different this year? The offense is talented in 2021. And I think it's simple. I think that the adjustments were already shown. And so now what is there to go to? Like Wayne said, these guys learn the team that they're playing. The film is out there.
Kyle needs players, T-Man, 679. Kyle needs players with greater abilities. Every coach needs players with greater abilities. But when you're talking about your quarterback, it's not a mediocre. It's not the old NFL, guys. It's not the old NFL used to be, believe it or not, a hair fraction slower. Defenses were a little bit slower. They just were. Today's players, you got defensive linemen at like 260 cut, ready to come and get you. You got like with 4-5 speed, 4-3 speed, 4-4 speed. It's a different game. So I know we still see guys like Tom Brady. We still see guys like still stay in the pocket. I get it. I get it. But you know what Tom Brady does? He still gets outside the pocket. Like he ain't running, but he steps to the side like his legs was broken and gets the pass off. It clears his vision and he's able to make a pass. Whereas Jimmy doesn't have those abilities. So I just think Jimmy lacks ability. Jimmy was great at what, Mike?
Jimmy was great at quick release.
That's it.
On the field. Yeah, like short, quick passes. He was scheme reliant, man. He schemed up open passes for him across the middle, right in front of him. Drop back, release, go.
And the defense is doing what in the majority of these games?
They stack in the area, yeah.
Which is taking away his quick reads. And so Jimmy's gonna have to prove that he can do so. I wish I could ask Eric this. What happens if a quarterback did something that the coach didn't want, but it was successful?
Oh no, he's talked about that on his show before too. It's like, no, good job, but don't do that shit again. And that was risky. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna get plays like that when Trey is in there. Trey isn't gonna be patient enough to let a route develop. He's gonna take off down the field for a first down or break a tackle, maybe even running in for a touchdown. But Kyle's gonna say, hey, you risk taking a hit right here when this guy was open right there. You're too important for you to do that. You can't do that. Like, you got to trust this. You know what I mean? So it happens. It happens all the time, and they discuss it.
But you know what? I'm alluding to this. Jimmy sees 8 in the box. Why is the vet not saying, yo, F this, yo, bam, boom, bam, I'm gonna hit you?
And Jimmy answered that question at the podium.
He said he just runs the plays that are called.
That's it. So I got a question for you.
Okay.
Who gets to start? Because they said that Jimmy's a lot better than they thought he was, and he's taking the virtual reality snaps with Trey. So the game plan is obviously one that both of these guys can run. It's not a Trey ability schemed game plan. And McDaniel said that if Jimmy's good enough to go on Sunday, he's going to go.
He said if the doctors give him the green light and clears him, then he's good to go. He'll start.
He said that at first, and then towards the end, he said that's between Jimmy and Kyle. I don't know if he was supposed to say that. That's what he said at the end of that presser. He said that's between Jimmy and Kyle.
I want Trey to start. But if Jimmy starts, I wouldn't be surprised. You're asking me who gets the start? I think Trey gets the start, man. He's out there working with the number one offensive units. He's taking 95% of the snaps according to Matt Mayoka. Like he's getting it in. Jimmy hasn't practiced in 2 days. Jimmy ain't the guy that can go out there and just show up on game day and play. Like that ain't Jimmy. Jimmy can't even practice for 5 days a week and go out there and play. Like, right. So you mean to tell me he don't got to practice? He's that good to where he doesn't have to practice? I'm sorry, I'm re-asking you a question within the question. I'm saying Trey starts, but you telling me that Jimmy is that great that he can practice on virtual snaps. Last time we did virtual shit, Jimmy ended up out for the season on a high ankle sprain.
No, you're right. You're right. That was the season we didn't have. All right. I mean, so I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I will say this. I don't know that Jimmy needs to be out there physically taking the snaps. He's been here long enough to know the plays. So he don't need to be physically out there, right?
Mike, he needs to be physically out there, Mike. He's still overthrowing George Kittle. He's still overthrowing Brandon Ayuk. He's still overthrowing Deebo Samuel. He's still like turning the ball over. He's still doing all these things, Mike, as a vet. Mike,
every throw's not going to be perfect, man.
It's not about being perfect, but you got to come as close to perfection as you can. Why do I know that? Because Kyle Shanahan keeps saying that Trey Lance ain't ready. Why? Because he's not close to being ready. He's not close to being perfect enough knowing this offense. Therefore, you got to use that same stuff against your starting quarterback. I guess the only thing that makes Jimmy ready is the fact that he's been here for some years and he knows the system a little bit more.
Yeah.
But knowing the system clearly ain't what's getting us the juju. We should be scoring week 1. And I know it was against the Lions, but this is when the Lions was still, they still had pieces before they lost their whole defense. Week 1, right? We put up 41 points. Subtract 7 points, though. So we put up, however, 41 minus 7, we put up that many points on offense. You mean to tell me we regressed ever since? That means that Kyle Shanahan and his offense, it shouldn't matter what the defense is. We should be able to put up 30-plus points a night. All of a sudden, defense started changing on Philly, started stacking that box. And next thing you know, Jimmy can't get the ball out. Jimmy's overthrowing this. Jimmy can't throw outside the sticks. They're not taking shots down the field. If you stack the box against me and I had the arm, you know what I'm locating first, Mike? Bump the quick throw. I'm finding out if this is this man. Usually when they stack the box, they playing man anyway. Or they playing zone. If that wide receiver, if that DB is bumped off of my guy, like, deeper yards back, I already know he's playing zone. He's looking for some space to catch up and some speed. If I see a guy tight one-on-one, I know they playing man. If I don't see them safeties back there, bro, I'm throwing to that left cornerback all day, every day. It's only a couple of things that can happen. Underthrow, incomplete pass, interception, or my guy catches it. That's more than a couple, but you know what I'm trying to say. Jimmy has to do that. If he can't throw outside 10 yards, which I don't want him doing, because if they playing stacking the box and he throws that predetermined throw, that's a pick 6, my guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Listen, there's a strong possibility that Lance gets to start. So I want to play a little game with you real quick. This is not going to be the Cardinals breakdown or nothing like that. We're going to focus only on the Niners here. If Trey gets to start, who do you think will be the leading receiver in this game?
George Kittle.
Okay. If Jimmy gets to start, who do you think is the leading receiver in this game? Okay. All right. I like that. If Trey gets to start, all right, Trey or Jimmy, which quarterback gives us the most total rushing yards as a team?
Trey Lance.
Not Trey Lance going to run more than Jimmy. I'm saying
No,
If both,
it's
okay,
Trey though, because Trey is gonna run more than Jimmy. So you're gonna have to add those yards to the rushing game.
okay,
And so you got to look at it like this. If the defenses see Trey on the field, they already know that there's going to be a possibility that he's going to run the ball, which means they might over pursue. They might play it different. Who knows? The running back should be fairly decent. Elijah Mitchell, Trey Sermon, and honestly, I would go with Trey Sermon over Elijah Mitchell. In this game, I would go Trey Sermon. I know everybody likes Elijah Mitchell. I get it. But Trey, that's a deadly combination. Why? Here's the thing. Trey Sermon last week was on pace for 100 yards. And unfortunately, we had to take that away from him because the 49ers fell down due to some botch play on special teams and things like that. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. He ended the game with 89 yards on 19 carries. He would have easily had 100 yards, regardless if Jimmy or if Trey was in there, but all they had to do was not go down in points. If they were down by 7, you would have saw more Trey Sermon carries. But because they ended up falling by 14 or 8-15, I think it was, they had to figure out, they had to stop running the ball.
yeah.
That's why I think, and I know y'all saying Jimmy got hurt, and I know they're saying that Trey got the call 1 minute before halftime. I believe all of that is true, but I also believe that was part of Kyle Shanahan's plan.
I think we win that game with Jimmy if Robbie Gould is in. I do. I think that when halftime would have come and we would have had at least 13 points because we were moving the ball between the numbers, but we couldn't kick field goals.
It's possible.
Sometimes
you can win with field goals.
Right. So then what happens is if you got the ball around the 38 and first down is at the 28, sometimes you'll just play to get close enough in field goal range, get to the 33.
I don't think saying we would have won the game with Jimmy is correct. I think we just would have won the game because Jimmy was inevitable to get hurt anyway. So he was going to get hurt. So at the end of the day,
yeah, that's true.
We would have put up points with which is what we need, right? But if Trey had to come in the game, we would have had to spot up on those points. Didn't they miss a field goal though?
Them. Oh shit, I don't remember.
Me neither.
I don't remember.
Honestly. But I get what you're saying. I just think we would have won. I think whoever would have came in at quarterback, we would have won had we had a kicker.
Right. MDS 803, thanks for the contribution. He says, "Why is Jimmy still playing? We're not going anywhere with Jimmy. He didn't take us to the Super Bowl. Our running game did." It's funny how this argument came out on my Twitter feed today. Yo. I was like, I'm out of this joint. I just let it keep rocking, but I left. I was like, I don't want any of this. I'm over the Super Bowl. I think Jimmy's still playing because I think the team had postseason ambition this year. I really do. And I think that a lot of people, including players, think that once you make a switch to a rookie, you are not making it to the postseason.
Yeah, you're forfeiting the season.
Right. Basically. Now, I will say this. Y'all can say what y'all want and, judge me. Last time Kyle had a first-round quarterback, rookie.
Washington.
They went to the postseason.
I'm talking about RG3.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, bro.
Yeah.
RG3 also got a lot of playing time. I know they were splitting it between him and Kirk because they were trying to figure out what the heck they wanted to do. But eventually RG3 became the man. And so they had to let him play. So you mean to tell me RG3 knew Kyle Shanahan's system like that?
Kyle put together a system for him.
So, Mike, that's my issue with Kyle Shanahan.
I know.
That's my only issue. My only gripe. Great head coach. He's a great head coach. He's not a bad head coach.
RG3 also played more than 1 year of college ball.
None of that matters when you get to the NFL, in my opinion. It truly doesn't. NFL puts you on a whole different like level playing field. I've seen cats play 4 years of college, NFL, win Heisman trophies, and suck in the NFL. So what are we saying here?
I'm just talking about experience and game speed. I'm not saying how good you're going to be.
I understand, but what are we saying? Because I've seen guys with plenty of experience in college and then bomb the NFL test. Like it just doesn't work. So I get it, but at some point, that's not always true. It's not always true.
All right. I like it, man. I like it. I'm gonna ask you this question and we're gonna get out of here, okay?
All right.
I'm gonna name 4 teams and you tell me what they have in common. Titans, Jaguars, Vikings, and Rams.
What do they have in common? Young coaches?
Okay.
I know that's not what you were getting to.
No, that's cool. I mean, I'm not mad at that. That's not a bad thing, you know. I'm with you so far.
I guess I was trying to say they have coaches that are willing to take risks. I think that's kind of what I was going with.
Mm-hmm.
They also have. See, I'm dying to know what you're gonna say. I don't think the Jaguars have a great running game.
Titans.
I think
Jaguars.
the Titans have a great running game. I think that the Rams don't have a great running game. So it can't be that. It can't be quarterbacks because that rookie ain't that good right now. And so it can't be quarterbacks. It can't be wide receivers because the Titans wide receivers ain't played like one game yet this year. I don't know. What's your answer?
They all are bottom half of the league defenses. And that's where the 4 wins came from against Arizona.
Good call. Good call.
I'm going to leave it there. That's going to be our teaser for the preview show that we're going to bring later on this weekend. And the Niners have the 10th ranked defense right now.
Yes, they do.
10th ranked defense in the league.
15th ranked offense, 10th ranked defense.
Yes.
But
Titans,
the Cardinals have the number 1 ranked offense and the 16th ranked defense.
Right.
We should be able to eat this defense alive.
Yes. And they've played some bums. Look at the Titans offense. Now they did play the Rams well, but that's a division game, so you got to take that into consideration, right? They played Jacksonville and they played Indy. And I think when they played Indy, they didn't even have what's his name, right? They didn't have their starting quarterback when they played them, did he?
I think Wentz been starting since week 1.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. So then my apologies. Okay. But yeah. So wait. Why are we talking about Wentz? They didn't play the Colts.
Oh, I thought you said who did you say?
I messed up. Titans, Jaguars, Rams, and Vikings. The Vikings.
They played.
Yeah.
And people don't want to talk about this because it's an if. They're ifs, and if ifs was a fifth, it'll be whatever that saying is. But anyway, they should have lost these. They should have lost 3 of these games. They barely beat Jacksonville, they barely beat Minnesota, and they barely beat Tennessee. Now they did blow out the Rams, but maybe the Rams are on a downhill trajectory because they can't do anything.
Well, you got to remember they say that you need 3 games of a quarterback in the system to start picking up on his cues. It's not a coincidence that was Matt Stafford's 4th game in that system. It's not, at least to me, it's not a coincidence. Because now look at what's happening tonight. Matt Stafford struggling again, right? The teams will figure out a quarterback 3 games in that system. It's not that they figure him out completely because good players, good teams, good schemes, good quarterbacks adjust, right? But you're not going to make that adjustment in the 4th game because what you've been doing is working. And the Rams was putting up points on people. Matt Stafford was out there saying, yeah, I told y'all it wasn't me, it was Detroit. Now, all of a sudden, these guys out here looking a little, mean. You know what I'm saying? They backyard boogie. They not the Zaza anymore. So it's a little different now. That's all I'm saying. So we'll see what happens, man. 49er Jeff, thanks again for the contribution. He says it's not the scheme. It's Jimmy's ability to play Kyle's scheme. We've seen Kyle coach with several different quarterbacks and scheme. Salute, guys. Hey, man, I appreciate that. Breezy, any response to what my man 49er Jeff is saying? And then if not, let's do some final thoughts and go home, bro.
Yo, I appreciate that comment, man, because he just slapped me in the face. You know what? No, well, think about what he just said. He's right. We watch Kyle call up stuff where Nick Mullins does what? Throw down the field. We watch stuff where he brings in CJ Beathard. What does CJ Beathard throw down the field? And then all of a sudden, now they weren't, but you got to allude that they weren't talented enough either. They didn't also have a lot of abilities. If they were talented, they would have been drafted, even though CJ Beathard was drafted, but they just didn't have a lot of talent. But they did have certain abilities to do certain things. If Kyle could have put all these quarterbacks together, probably Jimmy's smartness and CJ's arm, and then just Nick's body, I guess, because he looks at the body of a quarterback, that probably would have been Kyle's perfect quarterback. That would have been Kyle's Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. So, all right. That's it, man. Let's do some final thoughts. I'm ready to go home. Gonna bring you guys some bonus content. Damn.
You bring you guys bonus contraband?
No, don't say that. He was kidding. FBI,
I was
CIA.
just kidding, guys. He said contributions.
That's what I was trying to get out. Yeah. That's gonna become. Oh, what a punt! Wow. And that's how you fall on a punt at the 2.
Did you just take a shot at Trenton Cannon?
No, that's my guy. Final thoughts, Breezy. Let's go home, man.
Final thoughts. Listen, man, the 49ers, man,
bro.
They on the road, man. They got to play Arizona. Look, I don't have them winning this game. This is a loss on my season predictions. But they can absolutely beat this team. They absolutely can. Listen, the 49ers, 2 losses this season. You can say that they lost because Jimmy couldn't do this and Jimmy couldn't do that. But, man, there were some key, like, mess-ups, fumbles, you name it. Like, stuff happened. And so if the 49ers could find a way to have 0 turnovers against this team, against the number 1 offense, I think they'll do just fine. I will say that the defense is clicking. And so you talked about 4 games for quarterbacks. Well, 4 games and our defense look like they ain't skipping the beat. Now
people really getting down on the defense is annoying.
I can't get down on a D that shuts out probably the best quarterback in the game for like at least the first half. And the only reason why the quarterback came back is because the special teams let this guy get the ball at the 2. Like, I mean, only the 49ers can't score at the 2, but any other quarterback in the league can score at the 2. So all I'm saying is, like, the defense is balling. Listen, offense got to help the defense out. You need your defense. You bang on them every week. You think that they're gonna hold you down, and they do. It's just that last little bit, man. Offense. If the offense puts up points, they'll be just fine. Even if they're kicking field goals, they have to score. That's why they brought in that big old linebacking kicker, Joey Sly.
Talk your shit, baby. Absolutely, man. I think. Well, I'm not gonna get into predictions right now. So my final thoughts are gonna come after this contribution here from Nick Donald. What if Jimmy is hurt but not bad, but he's sitting out so he doesn't get injured worse? If he gets injured bad and we cut him, no one will sign him. It has crossed my mind that Jimmy's in self-preservation mode. You know, there's certain type of injuries in the NFL where scans and MRIs and all that stuff don't help. It either hurts or it doesn't. Prime example of that is one of my favorite receivers on this team, and Jalen Hurts, right? Like, it's just a matter of how he feels. There's nothing wrong on the scans or anything like that, but it's a physical thing and how they feel. So, but I don't think Jimmy would do that. I don't think he would do that. And apparently, because Jimmy's a vested vet, his contract is guaranteed. So his ass ain't getting cut. The only way Jimmy's not on this roster is if he gets traded this year. That's it.
Yeah.
That is it. That is it. We kept saying that he could get cut anytime, and he's on a week-to-week contract, guys. We were wrong. He is a vested vet. That contract became guaranteed once he made this roster. So it is what it is. And that could be Kyle's persistence in putting him in there also. We really gonna make this guy back up at $25 million a year. He's making over $1 million a game.
You can't have no. You would be the laughing stock of the league if you had a backup, paying a backup that much money.
Hey, but what's more important, the wins?
Winning is more important. Yeah.
All right. So then he's gonna sit down, and every game is gonna cost us $1.5 million to sit him down on the bench, but that's what it's gonna take. So, you know, that's what it'll be. But Nick, thank you for the contribution, man. We really appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Nick.
And also, man, my final thoughts are gonna be this, guys. Be patient. All right. We got a lot of football season left. I promise you guys that. You know, it's gonna be a lot of fun this year. All right. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Have some patience, though, guys. Be kind to each other. And I'm talking about when we arguing with each other on Twitter. Don't make it personal. Bad takes are bad takes. Takes you disagree with it. Takes you disagree with. Don't make it personal. All right. So don't start insulting people and calling them out of their names, stuff like that, because they don't agree with what you're saying. All right. That's going to do it for us here tonight. We thank you guys for rocking with us. Breezy, you ready to do this?
Let's do it.
All right. Prepare for glory.
Anticipate pain.
But always
remain faithful.
We out of here, guys.
Peace.
We all gas, no brakes, pumped up, no fakes. We spinning, we winning, we high stakes. We never miss, we all makes. Look at us dudes trying to prove, bringing you news with nothing to lose. Mike, Nick, Tony, Wayne, Method Man, we bring the pain. Hey, see, I'ma confess it. We under the pressure. If you looking to find us, we them nothing but Niners. We nothing but Niners. We nothing